Yeah, easily.
Oh yeah. See, it seems they're streaky. You know, when they're playing good, you're like, man, I don't know if anybody can beat these guys. And then they go lay an egg against a team that they shouldn't lose to. But yeah, okay. So go Cowboys, Pedro. Go Cowboys.
Yeah, I'll go for the Cowboys.
There you go.
I'll go for that. You want to know the cool thing? While you guys were playing Madden, we actually had was it Haley? Her name from the Guild Mortgage. She said she actually went down to the Cowboys Stadium.
Oh, really?
And those guys, they can bring down their huge screen, and they get to play video games on it.
Oh, wow.
The players do.
Wow.
So what you were doing right now with Kobe while you were kicking his ass, you'd be able to do on a ginormous screen. Can you imagine that?
That'd be crazy. I've seen videos of like MLB players playing up on the big screen, but yeah, I'm sure that one in Dallas is pretty.
Yeah, I didn't even know that thing could move. I didn't know
either.
it could come down and retract.
It's like
that,
60 yards long.
Yeah, my parents went to a game. My senior year, I had to stay here for basketball while my whole family got to go down to a Cowboys game on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I thought you had been to the Cowboys Stadium.
Not me.
No,
Coy has.
Yeah,
Coy has.
Coy
Not
has.
me. He's been to 2 NFL games now. I haven't been to any.
Oh, love it. Little baby brother getting all the spoils. That's awesome.
Kind of baby.
Kind of baby.
Yeah,
Yeah, kind of baby's taller than you now, though.
Yeah.
Taller than Cooper now.
Hey. Let's stop with the short jokes.
Yeah.
Me and Coop are, we're a little.
It happens.
It happens. So over in the AFC, looks like the Chiefs back up to the head of the class there, but there's 6 of the 7 spots are up for grabs. You think Mahomes is getting back to the Super Bowl?
No, I don't think so. I'm kind of rooting for the Chargers, honestly. I like Justin Herbert.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, Justin Herbert.
He's good. I like Joe Burrow too and Jamar Chase, but I don't think that
Younger dudes.
they got what it takes this year.
So I predicted at the beginning of the season, just in case it happened, so I could say that I did it. I was hoping for a Rams-Chargers Super Bowl. So it'd be the first time both teams playing at home for a Super Bowl game. So
that would be cool.
I don't know. The Rams have kind of fell off a little bit, but then there's another squad that sometimes, I mean, when they're starting to click, man, they got a ton of weapons.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, Pedro, we kind of wanted to work towards the end of the show here. You want to thank anybody, Coop? You want to say hi to anybody? Give a shout out to anybody? Or
I know my family's watching right now, so they know.
Yeah, they are. They're commenting.
They know.
They're commenting.
Yeah, they're all watching. So.
Good family man, Cooper Jones.
They said that it's not. You don't get it. That it's not a snack. It's a meal. Is what the comment was.
Yeah.
So, and there's probably a couple of other comments. I just haven't been able to read them because we're doing this. But again, we want to thank Coop for showing up and supporting us and congratulations on everything you're doing over at Utah State. And I hope this next season goes well for you, and I'm sure it will. It's really cool. Like I said, to start off the show, that Coop was our first guest on the show, and this thing was just a little concept pretty much, and now having you on here again is pretty cool, and seeing you be successful in your college career and doing everything that you're doing, that's pretty badass, man.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
So all right, I'm gonna let Danny kind of take over because I'm gonna get this John Madden. Did we already ask Coop about memories with John Madden?
No, we're going to do that after the tribute, but I can do that while you're booting up the TV and whatnot. So yeah, like I said at the outset of the show, John Madden died unexpectedly at the age of 85, 2 days after his documentary was out on Fox. Cooper, do you remember much about John Madden? I know you're kind of in the generation where you kind of remember the video game more than anything, but.
Yeah.
And anything stand out, John Madden wise?
Yeah, I remember the video game more than anything. I remember playing like Madden '99. I wasn't even born yet, but I remember playing that. And yeah, I don't know. I know John Madden's he's a big influence in the NFL. So it's pretty sad.
Came up with the turducken.
I have no idea what that is.
No idea what it is?
I don't know.
Being a Cowboys fan, you would think, because Nate Newton always wanted one of the legs. So he'd almost always be down in Dallas around Thanksgiving time. And John Madden obviously didn't fly. He always drove his Madden Cruiser. And every Thanksgiving, and like I said, he would generally be in Dallas. And he had a turducken, so it was basically a stuffed chicken inside of a stuffed duck inside of a stuffed turkey, and it had like 6 legs. And at the end of the game, they always gave legs away to like players of the game and things like that. So that's one thing that John Madden is famous for. And I'll talk a little bit about it after we do this tribute. This was produced by the NFL Network. But we wanted to be able to show it here on the show. So
hang on, let me get it on full screen real quick.
Got it? All right. Let's get some volume here.
I think you got to hit the volume button, or on the right corner, bottom right corner of the video.
Once again, Battleborn Media Networks is looking for an IT person.
With John Madden. Hi, everybody. I'm Vince Scully, along with John Madden. That's how we're all here with John Madden. For 30 years, John Madden was the beloved dean of football analysts.
What a way to start a Super Bowl. That's what Cincinnati wants to do.
As the first sportscaster to work for all 4 major networks, Madden built a successful career with his colorful everyman approach.
Boom, you hit him. I mean, that's boom. Boom, right to the ground.
Some people say, they run in there and they collide or something. It gets in there, boom. That's what I say.
He makes a little basketball twist there and pivot, and boom, the ball's there, right again between the 8 and the 9. Oh, is he happy?
While later generations remember his larger-than-life broadcast persona, it was as the coach of the Oakland Raiders that he first grabbed the spotlight. In 1969, the 32-year-old Madden became the NFL's youngest head coach.
Let's start off and stay after the whole game.
In 10 seasons with the Raiders, Madden built a dominating team. He boasts one of the best regular season winning percentages of any coach with 100 victories. He won 3 of every 4 games.
Well, John Madden was the Raiders. I mean, his personality, his intensity, his persona, everything about John, his appearance, was ideally suited for the Raiders. These guys responded to him when possible. Well, they couldn't have responded to anyone else, no matter how smart or gifted they be.
We like John. He was a player's coach. He let us play football. He let us have fun, and we won. We wanted to win for him. And that's really the key to coaching in the National Football League, is will the players play for you? And he always gave us a chance to do what we had to do as a team. He always stressed, whatever you guys do, just do it together and do it as one.
I only had 3 rules, and to be on time. Like we're gonna have a meeting or something, everyone's on time and do that, and to pay attention.
That's why you couldn't work for him.
Attention.
Yeah, I know.
Listen, you speaking, because if you're gonna teach, you have to listen, and then play like hell when I tell you to. Play like hell on Sunday.
So we're going to go ahead and share that link on our page so you guys can watch that. It's not glitching out. Kind of driving me nuts there with it glitching out a little bit. So we'll share that link from the NFL Network with the tribute from John Madden. So just kind of wanted to just say a little bit about John Madden. Many people don't realize that he was a hell of a football coach. Like it just said on there, he won 3 out of every 4 games. But really made his name as an announcer. He was the voice of most of the big games I remember growing up when I was younger. Super Bowls. Him and Al Michaels were kind of synopsis with that. He broadcast, like I said, on all 4 major networks, which is no small feat. A lot of your broadcasters or anchors kind of brand loyal. But he was really into teaching the game to the home audience. A lot of people gave him shit, for pointing out the obvious and things like that. But he was really trying to bring the most inexperienced football fan into the game of football, so everybody could enjoy it, and he did that for so many years. Also, a little known fact is that John Madden Football, EA Sports actually approached Joe Montana first. And they approached Joe Montana, but Joe Montana was under contract with Atari at the time, and of course, then John was like, well, I don't know, I don't really want to do it. I mean, because if we're gonna do it, it's got to be realistic. And when they approached him, they kind of had the old Tecmo Bowl approach, the format where it had only 8 players on the field. And Madden's like, no. If we're going to do this, we're going to do it correctly, and we're going to do it right. So, and he said, if not, then I'm not going to put my name on it. So, in 1988, we got John Madden Football, and I mean, the rest is history. Here we are, a lot of years later, and it's still, one of the biggest games that's out there, and it really has evolved a lot from some of those first games that only had a handful of plays, and now you've got formations and all that. So if you haven't watched the documentary on Fox, they launched it on Christmas Day. Heck of a documentary. Go find that. Go watch it. It's really a good documentary. I'm glad he was able to see it played live on Christmas Day. And unfortunately, like I said, he unexpectedly passed away on December 27th, 2021. There'll definitely never be a John Madden, but I think the NFL football game is better off with his legacy. So it's kind of my comments on John Madden. And if you have anything, Pedro?
Well, with John Madden, I think you brought up a really good point. I think he kind of paved the way for a lot of new commentators being in broadcasting, and Danny's learning this real quick as far as, having to get thrown into the water and learning how to swim, how to do play-by-play on race cars and play-by-play on different sports. It's definitely an entire different ball game. You can be as knowledgeable as possible in a certain sport, but if you can't get it out there to where people can actually like listening to you,
right?
But I think until John Madden, a lot of commentators out there were just basically announcing the game. They weren't giving knowledge.
Sure.
As far as, the quarterback is doing this because of this.
Right.
It was just more so, pass to Danny, blah, 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 that's it.
Right.
Basically just telling you what's going on. So I think he took broadcasting and commentating to a whole different level, because now every time you listen to a game, you have these commentators who are telling you what's going on and why they're doing that.
Yeah, he really made the telestrator really, really famous. I mean, you don't really see it too much anymore. They kind of have circles and stuff pop up. But, I mean, back in the day, he'd see him drawn all over.
Oh, yeah, he'd be like, no, he's going to go here, he's going to go there, he's going to go there, and boom.
Yeah, and boom. Yeah, exactly.
So I think, especially being in broadcasting, obviously I respect him for his football career and his coaching career, but also being able to get in there and get onto a microphone and do what he did is pretty amazing. And on top of that, having a game that we're sitting here playing and like obsessed with
this
now,
this many years later, man.
Right?
Like it's the only game that I could still pick up a controller and play. So, but yeah, no, John has a legacy, and I learned he was an Oregon Duck at one point in time. I did not know that. I found that out today. He was actually an Oregon Duck, but then he got hurt and ended up going somewhere else. But yeah, John Madden was an Oregon Duck.
All right, there you go. Well, again, rest in peace and condolences to his entire family and the entire NFL and the broadcasting world. John Madden did so much for sports, for broadcasting, for gaming. We could go on for days probably. So, Coop, I think we're going to finish up here. We want to thank Cooper Jones for coming in. Wish him luck this season over at Utah State, and hope you'll come see us again.
Yeah, definitely. I'd love to. Thank you, guys.
Hey, no problem, man. Thanks for being on here, Coop.
All right, guys, we're going to finish up. Thank you again to all of our partners. We will be doing a New Year's Eve special this Friday. So thank you again, Danny, if you have anything else.
No, not at all. But thank you again to all of our partners out there, all of our guests that have came on. You can dive in front of there, Coop. You're good. Just make sure you duck.
No, he doesn't have to duck. He's like me. We'll see you later, Coop.
Yeah, but no. Once again, thanks to Cooper Jones for coming in, spending a little bit of time with us. Thanks to his family for lending us to him for a couple hours, and thanks to everybody out there. Like we said at the outset, for that supported us during 2021. It was a pretty crazy year. I mean, I know we were sitting here saying, we weren't sitting here, but we were sitting on this show talking about how much of a crazy year 2020 was, and 2021 said, hold my beer, watch this, and gave us a whole new year. But as far as Battleborn Media Networks is concerned, and talking sports with Pedro and Danny, we've just been plowing through and couldn't do it with all our partners and sponsors and people that invite us out there to their events. So thank you for having us a part of the Elko community, and we look forward to next year for some bigger and better things.
Yep, we have a lot planned for next year. I know we said that the year before, but hopefully keep plowing forward like Danny said. So thank you again for Cooper Jones for coming in, and thank you guys for watching and supporting Battleborn Media Networks, and thanks for watching Talking Sports with Pedro and Danny.